Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. How is your day? Do you feel good, bad, or so-so? I hope you are all fine and in the pink of health conditions. Imagine walking through a crowd where everyone stands a foot taller than you. This is a daily reality for many living with dwarfism, affecting not only their physical perspective but also their social interactions and perceptions. What would you do if you woke up one day and found that your entire perspective on the world has changed due to your height? How would you live your life differently? That must be really hard for me if I had been diagnosed with dwarfism. As a normal person, I am always grateful of who I am. We should also always be grateful. Contrary to popular belief, dwarfism isn't just one condition. It encompasses over 200 different types, each with its own unique challenges and treatments. Before I get started, what is dwarfism? What it means actually? We might have heard this term dwarf when we watched the show on television about Snow White and Seven Dwarfs animations and cartoons when we were just kids. Oh, those were the good times. In folklore or fantasy literature, dwarf is a member of a mythical race of short, stocky, human-like creatures who are generally skilled in mining and metalworking. As the late actor Peter Dinklage said, the best thing about being a little person is that you don't have to look up at anyone. This mindset allows us to appreciate the unique perspectiveness of those with dwarfism. Dwarfism is short stature that results Dwarfism is short stature that results from a genetic or medical condition. Stature is the height of a person in a standing position. Dwarfism generally is defined as an adult height of 4 feet 10 inches. It's about 147 centimeters or less. So this is the example of diagram of dwarfism. According to a source in Wikipedia, the most recognizable and most common form of dwarfism in humans is achondroplasia, which accounts for 70% of dwarfism cases and occurs in 4 to 15 out of 100 live births. It produces rhizomelic short limbs, increased spinal curvature, and distortion of skull growth. In achondroplasia, the body's limbs are proportionately shorter than the trunk, which is the abdominal area, with a larger head than average and characteristic facial features. Did you know that dwarfism affects approximately 1 in every 15,000 births? That's nearly as common as certain rare diseases. Next, the diagram shows the percentage of achondroplasia dwarfism diagram received from ar.expiredpencil.com. The 64% shows the pediatrics, medical genetics show 9%, and others. My name is Muhammad Farisman bin Ismail. My student ID is 20222023226444. Today, I'm going to present a speech about types of dwarfism and treatments of dwarfism. Moving on to the main categories of dwarfism. First things first, which is proportionate dwarfism. It means that all body parts are smaller than average but proportionate to each other. This form generally results from hormonal deficiencies or conditions that affect overall growth evenly. Next, the second is disproportionate dwarfism. Certain body parts, such as limbs or torso, are shorter relative to others. This is often caused by specific genetic conditions affecting the growth of bones and cartilage. Achondroplasia makes up 70% of all cases of dwarfism. It affects about 1 of every 25,000 to 30,000 newborns. With achondroplasia, there is a problem with the gene that allows the body to change cartilage to bone while growing. This often affects the long bones. People with this type of dwarfism have a relatively long trunk, short arms and legs, short hands and fingers, with the ring and middle fingers spreading away from each other, a disproportionately large head with a prominent forehead, bowed legs, a curved spine. Many people who have achondroplasia have hydrocephalus, which is fluid in the brain. Typically, hydrocephalus associated with achondroplasia is mild. But if it is severe or persistent, the doctor can place a shunt, which is like a drain from the brain into the abdomen. Some people with achondroplasia also have apnea or sleep apnea. This is a medical condition where you stop breathing or your breathing slows down while you're sleeping. Dwarfism, which includes some bone abnormalities such as a cleft palate. Next is dystrophic dysplasia. It is a disorder of cartilage and bone development that leads to an onset of joint pain and deformity. It is a rare genetic condition that causes dwarfism, where a child's legs and arms do not grow and develop to the typical adult length. The word dysplasia refers to abnormal growth. Next, moving on to the treatments of dwarfism. First things first, which is hormone therapy. For people with growth hormone deficiency, injections of synthetic human growth hormone may be helpful. Next is surgical options. For others with dwarfism, surgical treatments may be necessary and helpful to living a longer, healthier life. The third method is surgical treatment. Could include surgery to correct bones growing in an abnormal direction or the shape of bones. The fourth is physical therapy and orthotics. Physical therapy and orthotics are non-invasive solutions to some complications of dwarfism. Treatment with injections of a synthetic version of the hormone may increase final height for individuals with dwarfism due to growth hormone efficiency. Suffice to say, we've explored the various types of dwarfism, including achondroplasia and dystrophic dysplasia, emphasizing that each type has unique characteristics and challenges. There are many more types of dwarfism. We've also discussed the multiple treatment options that exist, from growth hormone therapy to surgical interventions, all designed to improve quality of life. Understanding dwarfism is not just about recognizing the medical aspects, it's about changing perceptions and embracing diversity in our communities. So, let's continue to educate ourselves and others, promoting inclusion and acceptance for everyone, regardless of their height. As we wrap up our discussion on dwarfism and its treatments, let's remember that people with dwarfism are not defined by their condition. They are individuals with dreams, ambitions, and stories just like ours. By sharing knowledge and fostering understanding, we can contribute to a world where everyone, regardless of their physical stature, is respected and valued. Together, let's advocate for inclusivity and compassion in all aspects of life. Moving on to the recommendations. Therefore, further medical treatments, supportive care, ongoing monitoring, and lifestyle adjustments need to be provided for people who have dwarfism. It is to ensure that they can live and continue their lives and daily routines. I think that is all from me. A big thank you I beg to you for your time and listening. Bye bye. See you again.